members, please rise. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, please be seated. I am pleased to welcome you to this regional level session of the Youth Parliament 2026. As we assemble today, I remind the House that we are here to reflect the aspirations of the youth and the democratic values of our nation. My primary duty is to ensure that the proceedings are conducted with the highest value of degree and decorum. I expect every member, both from the Treasury and the opposition, to maintain parliamentary etiquette. Please address all remarks to the Chair and refrain from interruption without permission. Let our debate today be marked by logic, research, and respect for our fellow members. I now declare this session open. We shall proceed with the oath or affirmation of new Minister. Secretary General, please.
Mr. Eklavya you stay elected from the Nari constituency of Arunachal Pradesh will now take the oath of affirmation. So, do you want to take oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language will I take the oath?
In English, please. I, Naren Blua, having been elected a member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter.
Ms. Chawngte, who stand elected from the Lengkeng constituency of Mizoram, will now take the oath of affirmation. Madam, do you want to take oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would I take the oath?
In Mizo, please.
Okay, Mas Chawngte Seli, Youth Parliament member Pura India, the Executive India, India Constitution, Danaga Siamchuri Long Taking of Wananga, India sovereignty, the integrity of Halanga, Head Taka Cheturi, we know the King of Tobang, the India.
Mr. Saha, who was elected from the Pali constituency of Rajasthan, will now take the oath of affirmation. Sir, do you want to take oath of affirmation?
Affirmation, please.
In which language would you like to take the affirmation?
In Hindi, please. मैं अनंत साहा यूथ पार्लियामेंट के सदस्य निर्वाचित होने पर ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्चा श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूँगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता, समग्रता और अखंडता को अक्षुण्ण रखूँगा तथा जिस पद को मैं ग्रहण करने वाला हूँ उसके कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूँगा।
Honorable Member, as we meet today, it is my sad duty to inform the House of the demise of our former colleague, SHRI Vishwanan Patil, on December 12, 2025, at age 90 in Latur, Maharashtra, after prolonged illness. A distinguished parliamentarian, SHRI Patil served as 10 Lok Sabha Speaker, Union Home Minister, Defense Minister, and Governor of Punjab. Elected Latur MP 7 times, he championed dignity, constitutional scholarship, and the Outstanding Parliamentarian Award. His legacy inspired youth in parliamentary conduct and public service. This House record deep sorrow and extend condolences to his family, son SHRI Silas Patil, and admirers.
Sir, I rise to pay my tribute to SHRI whose death had been deeply known by all. He was a man who came from the family of freedom fighters and whose father had made a name for himself, and this tradition was carried by the family. He was with us to the very last moment. I would like to extend my deep condolences to his family.
So, I associate myself with the tribute paid by even the leader of the House. I had the privilege to work with Sivraj Patil as a colleague. He was a person who, because of his lovable nature, he was patient and he was always with a smiling face and was a very open-hearted person. We have lost a very good social worker, political worker, and public man in him. I would like to associate myself and my party in sending our condolences to the bereaved family.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. The Secretary General may convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, sir, I will convey the message.
Prime Minister to introduce new minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have pleasure in introducing to you and through you to the House, Moreh, the new minister, SHRI Minister of Irrigation. Miss Caroline Vanarupri, Minister of Civil Supplies.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Now, the question hour start. Question number 101, Ms. Nelsium Thangi.
Speaker, sir, will the ministers of skill development, be pleased to state whether the government Skill India 2.0 initiative has failed to generate employment for rural youth, given the recent NSO data showing a 6% dip in rural manufacturing jobs.
Honorable Minister of Skill Development.
Honorable Speaker, the honorable members rely on the outdated data. Under the visionary leadership of the Prime Minister, we have shifted focus to digital rural employment. We have trained 5 million rural youth in drone operation and equipment in 2025 alone. The thing he mentioned is a transition from manual labor to skilled machinery operation.
Supplementary from Ms. Chawngte.
Sir, jobs cannot feed families if there are no buyers. My supplementary is, what is the actual placement percentage of these 5 million trained youth? Is it true that only 15% got jobs? Speaker sir, only 15%.
Sir, the placement is 62% and the rest have become self-employed entrepreneurs. The opposition is stuck in the job seeker mindset while we are building a job creator economy.
We'll take one more supplementary from Ms. Larin Feli.
Speaker sir, the minister claims 62% placement and the rest are entrepreneurs, but what does that mean? Is it true that over 70% of these so-called entrepreneurs are merely selling tea or running small kirana shops with no links to the skills trained?
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, every entrepreneur starts small. Our data shows 40% of self-employed youth have self-employed started within 6 months, creating a multiplier effect on rural jobs. We have empowered 2.5 million women through targeted programs. Their placement is 65%, higher than the average, with many drones for operating in states like Bihar and Odisha.
What is the participation and scaling rate for self-employed youth in Northeast India, and how do drone cooperatives or women-led initiatives perform here compared to Bihar and Odisha?
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the insightful supplementary question on Northeast India, a region of immense entrepreneurial despite its unique challenges. In Northeast India, participation among self-employed in our skilled programs stand at 28% of total enrollees. With a scaling rate to equitable and allied startup within 2% within 6 months, lower than the national 40% due to the rate and market access issues, but showing a 50% year-on-year rise through targeted intervention like the Northeast Venture Fund. Drone cooperatives and women-led initiatives here are new but show great promise. We've established 12 cooperatives across Mizoram, Assam, Manipur, Indi and bamboo sector, employing 450 with a 58% placement retention rate, compared to 75 cooperatives and 68% retention in Bihar, Odisha. Per Netherlands a drone operation. We aim to double this by 2027 via custom agreement kits. This regional focus ensures equitable growth.
No more supplementary question. Next question. Question number 102. Ms. C. Pui.
Speaker sir, will the Minister of Health please inform the House about the step taken to control the new flu variant reported in southern states? Speaker sir, the government is fully alert. We have already dispensed kits to Kerala and Tamil Nadu. 50 million vaccine doses have been stockpiled as a precaution. Unlike the previous government, which waited for disaster to strike, we are proactive.
Honorable member, take a seat. You cannot speak without permission. Nothing will go on record. Next question. Question number 103, Ms. P.B. Larampui.
Speaker Sir, question number 103 to the Minister of Home Affairs. Is it true that cyber attack on our banking infrastructure has increased by 200% in 2036? What is the government doing beside banning apps?
Honorable Minister of Home Affairs.
Speaker Sir, the digital security of Bharat is non-negotiable. Yes, attacks have increased globally due to AI-driven posts. We have established the digital cyber dome. We have successfully neutralized 9% of threats before they enter our servers. The opposition should perhaps worry less about foreign apps and more about national security.
A supplementary from Ms. P.B. Larampui.
Speaker Sir, if 90% threats are neutralized, why have 72% of Indian firms still face AI-powered attack last year? Hence, the cyber dome fund private sector defenses.
Honorable Minister.
Speaker Sir, the Honorable Member nominally ignores that the national cyber dome primarily safeguards critical government infrastructure, server, handling national security, defense, public services, non-private firms. This precision, or 90% neutralization rate, refers to preemptive blocks on standard threats, as verified by independent audits from CRT in preventing missions like the 2025 AI post farms on Hyundai and railway networks. Private sector incidents, while concerning, stem from inconsistent adoption of cyber dome, free chat feeds, and compliance gap, unlike proactive public defenses. The government has accessed cyber dome tools via public-private partnership, training 50,000 firms last year alone. The opposition should urge their allies in industry to integrate rather than deflect, and full merging will be tabled next week.
Next question. Question number 104, Mr. Jamja Pimon.
Honorable Speaker Sir, will the Minister of Education be pleased to state whether the government proposes to improve digital education in rural areas and the measures taken to provide internet and digital facilities in schools?
Honorable Minister of Education.
Honorable Speaker Sir, yes, the government is committed to strengthening digital education, especially in rural areas. The government has initiated several programs to promote digital learning, including the introduction of smart classroom, online learning platforms, and improved internet connectivity in schools.
A supplementary from Mr. Jamja Pimon.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि क्या सरकार ने ये सुनिश्चित करने के लिए कोई कदम उठाया है कि जिन गांवों में स्मार्टफोन या कंप्यूटर नहीं है, वहाँ के छात्र भी डिजिटल शिक्षा से लाभान्वित हो सकेंगे?
Honorable Speaker Sir, the government has introduced several initiatives such as community digital learning centers, digital facilities in schools, and educational content broadcast through television and radio so that students without personal devices can also access educational materials.
महोदय माननीय अध्यक्ष, क्या मैं जान सकता हूँ कि क्या सरकार शिक्षकों को प्रोत्साहन प्रदान कर रही है ताकि वे प्रभावी ढंग से डिजिटल कक्षाएं संचालित कर सके?
Honorable Speaker Sir, the government has launched teacher training programs that include online workshops, digital literacy courses, and capacity building programs to promote and to help teachers
A supplementary from Ms. Chawngte.
Honorable Speaker, sir, will the Honorable Minister inform the House whether the government plans to improve internet connectivity in schools located in remote hilly regions?
Honorable Speaker, sir, the government is working with the telecommunication department to expand broadband connectivity in rural and remote areas. Several projects are underway to ensure that schools in this region receive reliable internet access.
Honorable Speaker, sir, many schools still lack proper digital infrastructure. What step is the government taking to ensure that digital education reaches every school in the country?
Honorable Speaker, sir, the government is gradually expanding digital infrastructure across schools through phased implementation, budget allocation, partnership with technology providers, and state governmental operations are being used to ensure that all schools benefit from digital education initiatives.
Honorable Member, question hour concludes. 0 hour begin. Notice admitted Mr. Lalrotfela, Mr. Nelduoma, Ms. Vandelpeki. MP rise when called. Mr. Lalrotfela.
Thank you, Speaker sir. I wish to draw the attention of the House to a great matter. In my constituency, a factory releasing untreated chemical waste into the river has caused skin diseases in 500 children. The local administration is silent. Is there an exhaust between the factory owner and the ruling party? I demand CBI inquiry.
Honorable Member, take a seat or action will be taken. Honorable Member must maintain discipline of the House. Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs.
Speaker, sir, the Honorable Member is politicizing a local administrative issue. The State Pollution Control Board has already issued notice. There is no need for a CBI inquiry for every small matter.
Ms. Vandelpeki.
Speaker, sir, I want to raise the issue of deepfake videos targeting women leaders. Yesterday, a fake video of a renowned social worker was circulated. We need stricter laws for AI impersonation immediately.
The concern is valid. The Home Minister may take note.
A serious breach of privilege has been committed by the leading newspaper of Delhi while commenting on the recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee. The paper has revealed that these orders were made, and I have requested you to allow me to raise a question on that matter now.
Ms. Larinfili, have you given notice of it earlier? You may give the notice along with a copy of newspaper cutting and I shall consider it. You cannot spring a surprise on me like this.
I have already given a notice of it at 10 a.m. today.
It would be examined when it came to me. I shall consider it and let you know my decision. Now, paper to be laid. Honorable Minister of Environment.
Honorable Madam, with your permission, I wish to lay on the table a copy of the Environment Protection Rule 2025 for which the notification number SO3401 in the set of dated 24 July 2025 under Section 26 of the Environment Protections Act 1986.
Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways.
Speaker Madam, with your permission, I wish to lay on the table a copy of the Inland Vessels Amendment Rules 2025, published in Notification Number GSR 517, in Gazette of India dated 1st August 2025. Under subsection of Section 113 of the Inland Vessels Act 2021.
Honorable Minister of Finance.
Honorable Madam, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table a copy of the Union Budget 2026-27, along with the annual financial statement under Article 112 of the Constitution of India. The demands for grants of various ministries and departments for financial year 2026-27 and the Finance Bill 2026 detailed proposed taxation and fiscal results for the financial year 2026. These documents have been prepared in accordance with the constitutional provisions and are laid before House for consideration.
Secretary to report a message from the Upper Chamber of Youth Parliament.
Madam, I have to report the following message received from the Secretary of the Upper Chamber of Youth Parliament in accordance with the provision of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business Bill in the Upper House of Youth Parliament. I am granted to endorse a copy of the Illegal Mining Bill which has been passed by the Upper Chamber at its sitting held on 26 December 2025.
Secretary to lay on the table a copy of the bill as passed by the Upper Chamber.
Madam, I lay the table of the House the Illegal Mining Bill as passed by the Upper Chamber.
Honorable Member, I have to make an announcement. On my behalf of the Honorable Member of the House, I have a great pleasure in extending our warm welcome to His Excellency, Mr. Fukushiro Nukaga, Speaker of the Japanese Parliament, and the Honorable Member of the Japanese Parliamentary Delegation, who are on a visit to India as our honored guests. The other Honorable Member of the delegation are Mr. Koji Yakusho, Deputy Speaker, Mrs. Kento Yamazaki, Finance Minister, Mr. Taishi Nakamuro, Education Minister. They are now a very high-powered delegation. The delegation arrives on Sunday. Seated in the special box, we wish them a happy and fruitful stay in our country. We also convey our warm greetings and very best wishes through them to His Majesty, the Prime Minister, the Japanese Parliament, the government, and the friendly people of Japan.
Now, let us take up the calling attention motion. Mr. Emmanuel Mangkanun, please call the attention of the Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to draw the attention of the Honorable Minister of Water Resources to the recent devastating floods in Assam affecting lakhs of people in Ngopa and surrounding areas, and request a statement on immediate relief measures and long-term flood control plans.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I thank the honorable member for raising this important matter regarding the devastating floods in Assam, particularly affecting the poor and surrounding areas. The government of India has responded swiftly. Rupees 2,500 crore in immediate relief fund have been released through the National Disaster Response Fund, with 5 lakh tons of food grains and 50 NDRF teams are deployed for rescue operation. Over 1,200 boats and 50 NDRF teams shelter household affected families.
Rivers Basin, specific to Manipur. Rupees 150 crore is allocated for district level drilling and related roads. I assure the House of the Department's commitment. Detailed report will be tabled soon. I am ready for clarification.
Mr. Emmanuel may ask a clarification.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to know whether the government plans to improve coordination with the Assam government so that the people can be evacuated before severe flooding occurs.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to assure the Honorable Member that improving early warning system is a priority. The Central Water Commission is installing real-time monitoring station and flood alert will be shared with the state authorities and local administration to ensure timely evacuation.
Ms. Larinomi, please call the attention of the Minister.
I call the attention of the Honorable Finance Minister to the sharp devaluation of the Indian rupee, crossing 88 to the US dollar in January 2026, driving up fuel price by 15%, and essential imports, and request a statement on stabilization measures, import duty relief, and support for affected exporters.
I thank the Honorable Member for raising this critical issue of rupee depreciation to around 92 per US dollar as of January 20, 2026, which has indeed raised import costs, including fuel, by approximately 15% in recent weeks. The Reserve Bank of India holds forex reserve at $615 billion, enabling interventions. This surge of $5 billion last week to March 2018. We are raising the forex 505 basis points through effective flows. Import duties on non-essential goods stay reduced by 10%, with zero duties on life-saving goods. Fuel subsidies increased by rupees 15,000 crore to steel consumers.
Ms. Larinomi may seek a clarification.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to know whether the government is considering an additional relief measure for consumers, especially with regard to rising fuel price and transportation costs resulting from the depreciation of the rupee.
Honorable Speaker, sir, the government is continuously reviewing the situation. Apart from increasing fuel subsidies, we are also coordinating with the Ministry of Petroleum to ensure the burden on consumers to make manageable. If necessary, further steps will be taken to maintain price stability.
One more clarification.
Honorable Speaker, sir, may I ask whether the government plans to provide special support to exporters and small industries which are affected by fluctuation in the exchange rate?
Honorable Speaker, sir, the government is already strengthening several export promotion schemes and facilitating easier credits for exporters and small industries. These measures are intended to help them benefit from global trade opportunities, while managing the challenges posed by currency fluctuations.
Ms. P.B. Narampui, please call the attention of the Minister.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I wish to call urgent attention to the Honorable Minister of Ports, Shippings and Waterways. There is a very big problem happening right now at all our major ports in India. Let me tell you. Problem number 1. Ships at Chennai and Kochi port are waiting 12 days to unload cargo. Containers are rotting outside in the sun. India is losing 5,000 crore every single day because of this delay. Problem number 2. Kolkata port and Paradip port have no space left. Fertilizer ships and from West Asia cannot come because of Israel-Iran conflict. Northeast farmer has no fertilizers for their crops. 2.5 lakh farmers will lose everything. Problem number 3. Diesel prices in India have jumped to rupee 90 per liter. Trucks cannot move goods. Farmers cannot run tractors. Shopkeepers from every northeast is suffering. Honorable Speaker, this happened because the government had no plan B when foreign ports suddenly closed and ports had no extra storage space for cargo that is coming back from the Middle East. Everything is blocked completely. Yesterday was the worst day in the port history. Only 35% of normal cargo moved at Kochi port. This is worse than COVID time problems. Honorable Speaker, exporters are crying. Farmers are worried. Our whole economy is in danger. Now, I will ask Honorable Minister just 2 important questions. First, when will you send 15 new cranes to clear all ports? Second, what is your complete plan to help Northeast farmers and reduce diesel prices? Honorable Speaker, our country is stopping completely. Opposition will not keep quiet. People of India need answer immediately.
Honorable Speaker Sir, thank you for raising this very important matter concerning our nation's economy. Let me assure this House that the government is taking comprehensive and decisive actions on multiple fronts. Immediate relief measures already taken are 50% of the airplanes have been airlifted from Europe and are reaching Kochi, Chennai, and Kolkata ports by tomorrow morning. 500 crore rupees special relief package approved. Yesterday, for these exporters and farmers night operation started with 24/7 working at all locations. Long-term solution in progress. Sagarmala fish accelerated 10,000 crore allocated for grid modernization. Sabah ports agreement activated with Iran for alternate route.
Honorable Speaker Sir, farmers cannot eat toilet paper tomorrow. They need fertilizers and diesel today. This House demands real result, not future promise. Thank you.
The matter staying concluded. The House will now proceed to the next item of business. The Honorable Minister for Skill Development to introduce the bill.
Speaker Sir, I beg to move that the digital literacy, universal internet access and youth apprenticeship guarantee bill 2026 to provide for mandatory digital literacy, free high-speed internet as a fundamental right, and a guaranteed apprenticeship for youth be taken into consideration.
The question is that the bill to provide for mandatory digital literacy, free high-speed internet as a fundamental right, and a guaranteed apprenticeship for you be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor will say aye. Aye. Those who are opposed, please say no. No. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Bill for consideration and passing. The Honorable Minister for Skill Development.
Sir, this bill is historic. For 70 years, we gave our youth degrees but no skills. These bills ensure that every youth between 18 to 25 years get a guaranteed 1-year paid apprenticeship, equipping them with practical experience and employable skills. We are making internet access a human right, ensuring a child in a remote village has the same access to knowledge as a child in Delhi. This will bridge the digital divide, empower students with online learnings, and open new opportunities for remote work and innovation. The bill also encourages entrepreneurship and vocational training, helping you to start their own businesses or joint sector that needs skilled workers. By combining education with skill development, we are creating a workforce that is not just qualified, but also ready for real-world challenges. Moreover, paid apprenticeship will reduce youth employment, provide financial independence, and boost economic growth. this is a step towards an India where every young person has both knowledge and skills, and no talent goes unused.
Motion move. I call upon the leader of opposition to open the debate.
Speaker Sir, I stand to oppose this harsh and deceptive bill. The minister speaks of digital rights, but look at section 14 of the bill. It says government can restrict internet access in the name of public order without a warrant. This is not digital access bill. It is a digital control bill. Furthermore, where is the budget for this apprenticeship? You are forcing private company to hire unskilled youth without compensation. This will kill small businesses. This government selling gym to the youth while pitching their pockets.
Speaker Sir, the leader of opposition is Manjari. Section 14 is standard protocol for national security. This bill empowers the youth. Why does the opposition hate the youth? Is it because they know the youth have rejected them?
Point of order. The member is casting expressions that are prejudiced. I demand an apology.
Sit down. There is no point of order. It is a matter of debate.
Sir, look at the reality. The free internet provision is limited to government-approved educational sites. This is censorship in the guise of welfare. We demand that Section 14 be scrapped and the apprenticeship stipend be paid by the government, not by sugaring MSMEs.
Speaker Sir, the opposition has the habit of reading only the headlines and not the fine print. The government is subsidizing 50% of the stipend. Today, the world is looking at India as the skill capital. The bill prepared demographic dividend. If we do not pass this, we fail the next generation. I ask the House to rise above, pity political, support this revolutionary bill.
Sir, I request that the bill be passed.
The question is that the bill be taken into consideration. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no.
No.
I think the ayes have it. The bill is passed. Honorable Member, the House will now take up discussion on a private member's bill titled the Anti-Racial Discrimination Bill 2026, aimed at preventing racial discriminations against Northeast people and other marginalized communities in India. I now call upon the leader of opposition to move the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to introduce the private member's bill on racial discrimination. The bill seeks to define racial discrimination clearly in Indian law, covering verbal abuse, social exclusion, and physical harassment. Provide legal protection to citizens facing discrimination based on race, ethnicity, language, or region of origin. Mandate anti-discrimination awareness programs in schools, colleges, workplaces, and media outlets. Encourage cultural exchange programs to promote respect and understanding of Northeast communities and other minorities. Strengthen law enforcement mechanisms. Ensuring timely reporting and investigation of discriminatory incidents. Sir, racial discrimination is a threat to the unity and harmony of India. Citizens from the Northeast frequently face verbal abuse, stereotyping, and even physical attacks in urban areas. This bill is a step towards equality, dignity, and national unity.
Mr. Lalin Sama.
Honorable Speaker, Sir, I strongly support bill. Many Northern students report being called as derogatory names or treated as foreigner, despite being Indian citizens. The bill is not only necessary to protect human rights, but also to uphold the Indian Constitution, which guarantees equality under Article 1415. If implemented effectively, it will encourage respect for cultural diversity, reduce incidents of harassment and violence, promote national integration.
Mr. Emmanuel Mangkhandun.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to emphasize that awareness and education are as important as legal protection. This bill proposes awareness campaign, cultural workshop, and school programs. Moreover, social media platforms also plays a role in highlighting Northeast culture and reducing stereotypes. The youth have the power to lead this state and ensure that every citizen feels safe and valued.
Ms. C. Lalanpuy.
Honorable Speaker, I appreciate the concern, but I would like to point out some practical issues. Law enforcement agencies are already overburdened. Monitoring every case of verbal abuse may be workable. Awareness programs requires funding and trained personnel. There is a risk of misuse if the law is not carefully framed. I suggest that the bill includes clear procedures, reporting mechanisms, and safeguards to prevent misuse while addressing discrimination.
Honorable Speaker, I acknowledge the concern. However, the bill does include awareness programs and prevents repressive mechanisms. Its purpose is to protect citizens and set the standard of equality. Still, I understand how there's concerns about feasibility and administration.
Thank you, Member, for your detailed debate. The House will now take a vote on the bill. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no.
No.
The majority of members have voted against the bill. Therefore, the private member's bill on racial discrimination is not passed. The House thanks the proposing member for raising this important issue and asks them to revise the bill with practical measure and safeguard before resubmission.
Honorable Speaker, under Rule 198, I submit the notice of no confidence in the Councils of Ministers, supported by 16 members.
Yes, sir. Notice has been received. 16 signatures are reported and forwarded to the chair as part of procedure.
Notice received and admitted. Order. Honorable Member, the House will now proceed to debate the no confidence motion under Rule 198. I invite the Leader of the Opposition to move the motion.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that this government has no confidence in the Councils of Ministers. Honorable Members, this government has betrayed the people. Inflation is at 8%, youth unemployment is 28%, and farmers suicide rise yearly. Demonetization and GST were implemented chaotically, crippling an economy. Foreign policy mistake encouraged enemy. While ministers focus on scandals and welfare policies to their friends, citizens demand accountability. Honorable members, for no confidence.
Prime Minister to reply.
Honorable Speaker, I oppose this politically motivated motion. Our government is at 25-4. People from poverty via Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana and Ujjwala scheme. GDP grew 7% despite global crisis. Digital India has revolutionized governance and highway expanded by 50%. The honorable opposition, who ruled not before the gate now
The debate is now open. First speaker.
Honorable Speaker, the PM proudly claims growth, but inequality rises. The top 1% hoards 40% wealth. The rural crisis is ignored.
Point of order. Sir, these pillars are unsubstantiated and misleading.
Point of order noted. The accuracy of facts will be examined later. The honorable member may continue.
The opposition will given the rule are former systems and stealing markets.
Home Minister, border security lapses led to dispersal. Citizens' lives are at risk.
Basis allegations are our forces to make vigilant and proactive law fronts.
Education budgets, schools crumble.
NDP 2020 reforms education. Scholarship doubled. Opposition claims are exaggerated.
Order. Resume seat. Or name will be noted. Honorable Member, the business list for this regional level session of the Youth Parliament 2026 is now complete.